all of the fish actually, they all have great skin.
Yeah, they do. And that's kind of one of the criteria why these fish, being Tosai, jumbo Tosai, were eligible to go into the mud ponds. These are all fish that they felt had potential to be better as like a 2-year-old. So that's why they wanted to give them that extra space, extra food, and perfect conditions to grow them out throughout the summer before they're harvested.
I actually want to talk about these fish. So let's go over them one by one. Nogami Kohaku number 101.
One thing I noticed like about this fish, amongst all the Nogamis, right now it's kind of like the thinnest body, but that's not to say it doesn't have a good frame. Like the bone structure of this fish is actually quite good. And I mean, who doesn't like a 3-step Kohaku?
It's classic.
Yeah,
it's really classic. And again, with all the Nogami fish, they all have this rich, deep color.
Mm-hmm.
This is a classic pattern. It's a pattern that wins koi shows. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Koi number 101. It's got the pattern that wins koi shows.
Yes.
Despite it having the smallest body, I don't think it's a big issue because they're Tosai.
Exactly. I think it's gonna grow in and fill out and become a great fish.
Because if you think about it, this is a 14-inch 1-year-old. So
Which, yeah. I remember when I was working at Marudo Farm, we were freaking out when we saw, I think at the Yumeiten for the Wakagoi show, when Sakai brought like a Kohaku that was like 35 cm. And
35 cm, which is
which is a little bit smaller than this fish is now. But that was, what was that, over 10 years ago. And we were all thinking like, how did they do that? Like, this is insane.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. There's no way. And then now that's kind of like the standard for
it's
what
still
they're...
big. It's still
big.
Large. It's not the These are still large, but I think it's becoming more and more common. So the bar just keeps getting raised.
Mm-hmm.
Koi number 102. This one, I think this koi is kind of one of the more advanced hobbyists type.
What makes you say that?
Because the pattern is not something that you would like go, whoa, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But skin is on point and it has more body.
Yeah.
And again, the pattern it's not...
To me, the pattern's actually very interesting.
That's exactly why it's more advanced, because it's not classic.
You're not going to see I guess, what makes this pattern appealing on a small fish. This is the type of thing where this fish has to grow out, mature, develop, and like get that huge body. Because if you look down, especially like on that second step, there's like a lot of actual intricate, like how it's not just one single blob of color. Like there's some shape to there, mm-hmm. and that's going to become more noticeable as this fish fills out and grows up. And I like this fish quite a bit.
Like I said, this is kind of like the fish for the more advanced keeper.
Yeah.
I find that the classic pattern tends to, especially with you, Devin, you get really bored with the classic, the stuff that you wins in the stuff you see in magazines, rather.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that it has nothing to do with the quality. I think it's more of like...
No, it's very repetitive. It becomes like a monotone almost.
But that being said, even with this like more unique type of pattern, there's something like that skin in that band of white between the two steps. Oh my gosh!
It just shines.
It literally shines because it does have a little bit of gin,
mm-hmm.
but I really like it when it has the little speck. It makes it look.
Gives it the extra little pizzazz, doesn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. So this is an exciting fish to watch. I do like that two-step Kohaku.
Like we said, it doesn't look like anything amazing now, but I think as it grows up, it's going to be an awesome fish.
Koi number 103, I think has the best body.
Oh yeah.
Among the Nogami Kohakus.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has the best body. And if you look at the video of it, it has like a little...
It's like a little bruise.
Bruise on the right side, but these are all jumbo Tosai that they're not... When they prep fish, or when they are taking care of fish, they have a specific goal in mind. If they're shipping it, if they're small fish and they're shipping it, they're preparing it for that. These are all going to the mud because
they have the potential to become something much better than what they are now.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So bruises like this, it's meant to be healing in the mud.
Yeah, they're not ready for show or anything like that. The only focus of these fish is just feed them a bunch,
get them to
grow, get them ready
make
for
sure their
summer.
color holds.
Yeah, make sure the color holds, because that's one of the things that I think is not very evident is when they're selecting their tategoi. A big reason why the numbers from when the time of fall, when they're harvesting the fish, Tosai in September, to when they put them out in the mud ponds in spring, a lot of those fish get cut because they're like male, and another big portion of those fish get cut because they lose the color.
That being said, these fish are not guaranteed female, but guaranteed to the best estimate. Like the breeders are almost about sure that they are female to their best capacity, like to the best of their knowledge, rather.
Yep.
I think this one has the widest bone structure.
Yeah, very broad shoulders.
Yes, and it's very promising for growth in the long run. Would you be concerned about the white in the tail? Like
how there's like such a big space there? It is kind of big, but like one of the things I really notice is when fish really like hit their full size and they're huge, pattern, you don't even see it. You don't even like these kind of things like make more of a difference when you're in the mid-range sizes and you're trying to compete at those size classes. But when a fish is huge and it has like amazing skin quality and a great body that's full, those are the two things that you just go, wow, look at the color on that huge fish.
Yeah.
And then you kind of got to do a double take and turn around and be like, wait a minute, was that pattern as good as I thought it was?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, you know what? It wasn't, but it didn't even catch like my eyes. You know, it didn't even register. And it's not to say that this fish doesn't have a good pattern. This is actually, I think, of the Nogami fish, personally, I would choose this one to grow out.
I think this is your favorite.
Yeah.
But again, that being said, you mentioned that, when it's so big, you don't... that's what she said. You mentioned that this pattern is like meant to. It's not the traditional. It's not the classic. It's not a textbook beautiful pattern. But this fish made the cut because it's meant to be seen as a bigger. They're seeing it as a bigger fish.
It's definitely like between classic to unique. It's more on like the scale of being unique. Beautiful.
So that's your favorite, right?
Yep.
104.
Is this your favorite?
I do like it because it's interesting and there's more pattern. There's more.
There's a lot more kind of going on. It's not
interesting.
It's kind of a good hybrid between like unique and classic pattern.
Yes, I do like this one.
Yeah.
A lot. It is my style.
Yes.
It also has that big shoulders that I really like. It's a longer fish. I think it's bigger. Is it?
Is it? What size is this one? It's 34.
Oh, it's actually smaller.
No, it's on the smaller side.
So it's probably going to have like a type of body that's just like not fat, more of like svelte.
Nogami kind of has a like unique body type. It seems like a lot of his fish end up with like that really kind of square face. And then like that full body, but not excessively huge, but like still looks like like it spends most of his time at the gym.
Right? More of like a Bruce Lee as opposed to The Rock.
Yes.
That's one way to put it, right?
Yeah.
But look at that depth of color. Oh,
yeah.
So pretty.
It's funny too, because even in the video, like there's a lot of terms in Japanese that they throw around to describe parts of fish, and one of those is hoshi, where it's like at the center of each scale it's a little bit darker of a red color. And that's kind of like one of the things too when you look at young fish. These ones are mostly quite like red, but most like general Tosai and stuff, they're more like orange. But if you look at like the shade of the color that's on the head, when those fish kind of like grow up and mature, the body's usually going to kind of match that. So you can see like the head's a deeper, even on this fish, it's a more rich red as opposed to the body in general. But kind of like that hoshi, which is like that concentration of thicker skin at the base of each scale, you can see that's a little bit darker than compared to like the rest of the scale around it. So
Dev, you think between this one and the other fish, which one would win? 103 versus 104.
I think you gotta buy them and find out.
I think that I think today I would win over you.
Yeah, I think so.
But maybe tomorrow, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
I'm just gonna find out what koi show you're going to and go to a different one, so I can also win.
You're a smart man.
Yes.
Don't argue with your wife. All right, let's go to the Isas. This one was. I don't know if I can pick a favorite one of these ones.
I can pick a favorite.
But they're so good.
Yeah.
They're all so nice.
Yeah.
So one thing about the fish at this event is Nogami and Marudo have guaranteed the color. So if the color is lost while they're in the mud, because that happens,
Yeah, can happen
they
for
will
sure.
replace the fish with something of equal value.
Mm-hmm.
But Issa didn't guarantee it.
He says you can have a Issa Shirotsuri. And that's part of the risk associated with buying Tosai versus buying Nisai. They're
Yes.
still not quite fully formed and not quite as stable. The older they get, the more stable the fish is, the more likely it is to not like have any like catastrophic losses of color or anything like that.
I think that the thing about these also is that these fish are like true tarigoi.
Yeah.
Like these were never made available as jumbo toast. They were not shown because they were still selecting through that whole batch of fish, and these were like the last ones.
And you can see too, like just based off like the size of these fish, that means these were like held onto and fed and grown,
and not
these
touched until they had to be photographed.
As they're like selected through, and then deciding, who makes the cut to grow out to the mud ponds the last time, or who gets cut and gets sold out and shipped across the world.
Exactly. That's the risk associated with getting the fish at a bargain.
Yes, exactly. Because these fish, they're, probably as a Nisai, like, you wouldn't see them for anything less than probably like double what the price they are now would be what I would think.
If they turn out.
Yeah, if they turn out, for sure.
Issa Showa number 201. Ooh, that's a
Kuchibeni.
lot of sumi. There's a lot going for this fish.
Yeah. This fish, Showa is always interesting because I feel like I have a tendency when I'm looking at koi to always look at like the he pattern or the pattern of like the red. And you can't do that with Showa because there's too many factors. Well, one other factor that comes into play that can like ruin your whole game plan. So you really have to kind of look at like where's underlying sumi at, and if that comes out, is that gonna like complement where the red is on the fish now? Is the fish gonna be better based off of the red pattern alone, or better based off of looking that maybe it has not quite as good of a red pattern, but the black that's potentially coming out is gonna make that red pattern better than what it appears as?
I don't suppose you could like boil that down into less words.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Let's try it. When you're looking at koi,
Showa
particularly, don't only look at the red pattern. Look at where the black is coming up to make sure that it complements the existing red pattern. Because the black's gonna change, but the red won't.
That's interesting because I heard a hobbyist from Texas before, Carson Peterson. Everyone says, oh, he picks excellent Showa. So we asked him, so how do you pick Showa? And he says, well, he buys it for the red and then he bets on the black. So when he says bets, he's like just throwing it into the wind. You're actually looking at the black as well. Can you?
Well,
how does that?
What I'm saying is, don't focus solely on the red pattern and its layout. You have to look at the red pattern and its layout in conjunction with where possibly sumi is coming out. Because if you look at just the red pattern on this fish, I would say it's kind of light on the back, right?
I don't know.
But if like all that black that's underneath comes out, I think that's going to be a really well-balanced pattern fish. And you can see like the black coming out across like the back of the head there. Could maybe connect down.
I think this
towards
is
the
a
mouth.
beautiful fish, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reconcile those two ideas and what you said, don't just buy for the red, also buy for the black. And I think it's actually, both things are true. When he says buy it for the red, I don't think he's even thinking about pattern. I think he's just like looking at the depth.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's where you're coming in to say like where the black comes in.
I'm starting off with the assumption of, like, we've already checked the box that the red is good quality and deep, and I think it's there to stay.
Yeah. The way I like to look at Showa is that because the black is so unstable, all you're looking for is having a full body, good luster in the skin, both in the red and the white that you can see. And there's just expect the black to do the rest of the work for you. There's no way you can predict it anyway, and it is a bet, right?
For sure.
So how can you predict where the black is coming from then? How do you know? Is it more visible at Tosai? Is what I'm asking.
I don't think you can choose like a certain age range where it's more visible on the fish. I'm just being specific to this fish where I can see a lot of like black just beneath the surface that's scattered about, that hasn't like emerged and consolidated. Sometimes you can see fish where it looks like the black is going to completely overtake the whole red pattern, and that's where I would say, yeah, I wouldn't bet on that one.
You think it's going to happen with this one?
I don't think so. Because it's all kind of on one side, the midsection there. It's kind of behind and in between the red spots on the back. It looks like it's going to hook around kind of on the head there from just behind the head. I don't think this is going to get overpowered by black.
I think it's going to have good motoguro though, because it's already got that. But who knows? Black is unpredictable. Good balance, but just not the traditional type of balance. We've been talking about this for a long time. Interesting fish, obviously.
Yeah.
202. So koi number 202 is one of those koi that is, I think, the epitome of what breeders see when they're selecting their fish to grow out in the mud. They're quote unquote tare koi.
Yes. Reason being behind that, if you look closely at the video, the tail is kind of weird on this fish. And to me, short. It looks like maybe this fish jumped out of a tank.
It's just right before
tail dried up and kind of like disintegrated a little bit. But in my experience going in Japan, like in a mud pond, these kind of things like grow back. So this is a do you have faith in the farm kind of moment where if you were to buy this fish, because overall,
it's great. I really like this fish.
Yeah, the heat pattern is very interesting.
This is an exciting fish for me.
There's not a lot of sumi out.
I think it's going to be super cool.
It's like kind of in the places where you definitely want it to be. Yeah, this could be a very exciting. Yeah, definitely. I can see why they decided, even with this tail messed up, let's try and
push it in,
throw it in the mud pond, and I have faith that it's going to heal up appropriately.
And Isa Koi Farm, they're an established farm. They've been in business for a long time, and they have a good track record. Speaking of track record, why should they listen to you?
I worked in Japan for 3 years at Marudo Koi Farm, and so I know the whole complete process that goes into like raising these fish. Everything from even breeding them and the sorting and stuff that we do.
You're so bad at talking about yourself, you know that?
Yeah, because it takes a certain person to really only want to talk about themselves, I think.
So I think it's really interesting because you lived there for 3 years straight. It wasn't one of those things where you went there for a season and then went back, intermittently. You like literally lived and worked there for that long.
I almost died in a mud pond once.
Really?
Yeah, I was fixing like an auto feeder stand, and it was a really steep bank, and I had those waders on, and I slid in the mud, and the water got in my waders.
Oh my God.
And then it was like an anchor, and it just started pulling me towards the pond. Luckily, I was able to like swim my way out. Got out of my waders.
You've never told me that story.
Really?
No.
Oh, dang.
That's crazy. I never even thought that.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
The drain pipes, there's this one pond that has a drain pipe that's big enough that your body could fit through it, so you could die that way too.
Oh my God.
That is the scariest pond to go to.
Which one was that? Was that over by the seaside?
You've never been there. Nah, it's like halfway to the seaside.
Oh, okay.
It's like, we send 2 people there because like it's just in case,
Good to know. So if they send you there by yourself, you know that they're trying
what did I do?
So, koi number 202. This is the betting man's dream. But my gosh, it would be a dream.
Yes.
I like this fish. I like this fish.
203.
203.
Koi number 203. Is that a heart shape on its head?
It does look like it's got a heart on its head, huh?
Yeah. This is a very interesting fish, especially when you're talking about like Kohaku pattern. Looking at this fish from the perspective of like just solely as like what the heat pattern is, you wouldn't think this is a special fish, but I think it is. It's one of those fish where the sumi's gonna come up and kind of like balance that pattern out.
Everything out, yeah.
And also too, once they just get big, you really don't see the pattern. It's not even the thing that grabs your attention. That's why I think on smaller fish, patterns so patterns so important
and emphasized.
And emphasized because that's the thing that your eyes really gravitate towards.
But
it's so much easier to see like
the
pattern from a whole. Whereas when fish are so big, it's the attributes like, wow, vibrancy of color or like huge body that really grabs your attention more so than like pattern does.
So with this fish, I want to point out, like, again, Tosai, young fish, if you look closely, it's got like yellowish too. Like, and it's not just because it's young.
No, that's because they're feeding them tons of spirulina
or color enhancing in food. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Koi need color food in order to develop their color. Otherwise, they have to get like the carotenoids through like algae or some other like natural source of carotenoids. They're not just gonna like synthesize carotenoids on their own within their body. It needs to come from an external source that then they can use that to make like the red brighter. So when they're intensively growing fish in Japan, even like in the Tatagoi, like in the concrete tanks in the winter, while they're like growing them out, getting them ready to go out to the mud ponds, and then also in the mud ponds, it'll be like a mix of like 50% color food and 50% growth food. And that's what they feed, what the diet is, to like really get these fish to grow to their full potential and like have the carotenoids to maintain and develop and build the color to make it richer and deeper. Without it, it's just gonna blow apart and they'll lose their red.
They're not focused on anything with the fish except for getting them to grow big and keeping the colors strong while they're getting bigger.
Yes.
Yeah. Koi number 204. This one is...
Oh, this one's cool.
Yeah, this is nice. This is 15 inches, 38 cm. So it's one of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
This is exciting because if you look at that sumi, just like the first sumi right in behind the first
shoulder there.
Yeah. Oh, so exciting.
And it's
got that big, nice shoulders.
It's got
motoguro.
It's perfect. It's got sumi in all the right places. The red pattern is like so weird, but like just perfect on this fish.
You know what's my favorite? When the sumi is just at the edge of the pattern. Like it almost like hugs it,
hugging
right?
the red.
I really like it when the sumi does that hugging thing.
Yeah.
And like I like how in the first step it almost just looks like a slash on the face, like a little off the shoulder type thing.
Yep.
Pretty.
This is a very exciting fish, I think, to watch develop. It's like even like you can see like on the face, there's a little bit of sumi underneath hiding there.
Right now, it kind of looks kindai, but I don't think it'll stay that way.
No, yeah, I think it's gonna get like heavy sumi.
And that's the thing about kindai. I've always liked the kindai Showa, but I've always only liked them young. When they get bigger, it's really difficult to. It almost runs into the same problem as Sanke have, where not all the colors are not all up, or
they're not ready for show at the same time.
Yes, but also not enough balance or not enough like pop.
Yeah.
That's a long thing.
Yeah, it's difficult. Number 205.
This one has a lot of pattern. A lot
of red.
It almost looks like a Christmas tree.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Yeah, like a Christmas tree
everywhere?
It does have like bling bling, and it does it looks like there's ornaments. The pattern kind of looks like it's ornaments around it, and it's got like half a lipstick, like she stood up just before she finished. Yeah.
Yep.
This is like, I guess it's what they call like a flowery pattern, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
So far, all the show have good balance, motoguro, which is not necessary to be a good fish, but when they do have it, it just makes it
an added bonus.
Exactly.
I think this fish is gonna look very different once like the sumi really kind of comes out. But right now it just looks so sparse and like red, kind of all over the place. But if you get some real thick like bands of like sumi coming across the fish, it's really gonna change like the feel of it for me personally, it's not something I'm like super. I would like.
It's
I
not
like the previous fish a little bit more.
It's not your style.
It's not my style, but there's
the
definitely
beni on it is nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's super red.
Exactly. Yeah. So you know how there's this saying with like like the beni on the head is what you want, like even, right? I remember when I was younger, they told me that the sumi on the tail is what you could
the sumi comes out from the back towards the front, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I've heard that saying too, but I don't think there's any like real proven scientific thing that says like if the sumi's coming out here, then it's gonna come out the rest of the way of the fish. It's just so random. Like in my experience of just working in Japan, seeing how the fish develop, and then having our own mud ponds in Minnesota developing fish, I never found that to be true. The only thing I ever found true was like if you can find one patch of sumi on the fish that's really good, like great luster to it, it's nice and shiny, it's thick, chances are that the underlying sumi elsewhere on the fish has the ability to develop to that same potential. So I think
the ability,
Yeah.
not the guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because sumi kind of comes and goes. There's
Yes.
no like proven method to make it come out and stay.
Oh.
Even amongst like one individual farm, they're going to be using different bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
So those fish are all going to develop differently.
That's true.
You,
Yeah.
you can't really look at one farm and say this is how their fish develop.
Yeah, that's true. But I think this is a very interesting fish. If you like the more flowery pattern.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big change in this fish. Like
Huge.
when that
It's
black
not
comes
going to
out.
look the same.
Yeah.
I like this fish.
Number 206. Mikki likes it. I love the face on this fish. It's so cute.
There's going to be a lot of black on it.
Yeah, there is. But it's very interesting. And just because you see like the black laying underneath there doesn't mean it's going to come out there.
Yeah.
Guaranteed or not. Or even like sometimes in my experience where I've seen fish develop, black will come out in that area, but it'll pull in to tighten up and kind of like consolidate. So it won't be like that total area where you see, but it'll be within that area.
It's so
That's where
funny.
it
We're
develops.
talking as if like we know it's going to happen, but everything that we expect to happen, it's just based on what we experienced in the past. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's going to happen. It's all
Exactly.
it's just an educated guess, I
Yeah.
suppose. Because I think there's the beginnings of menuare. Right there.
Yeah, I think so.
Right? It'd be super interesting. But I really like the first step, how that the head and the first step come. It's so cool. Again,
The first step of like the red.
the first step of the red.
Yeah.
Yes, looks so cool. It's gonna look really different once that black comes in.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of black too.
Yeah. But that's a great fish.
Yes, it is. That's my favorite one. It's not the biggest one, and it's one of the things that personally I find I don't usually like the biggest fish when they're smaller. But it doesn't mean that it can't catch up.
Yeah.
A lot of the times,
Yeah, it's just, this is a snapshot in a moment of time when this fish is not even totally developed yet. So you don't know based on the size now. Just because one's bigger than another doesn't mean it's going to end up being bigger. I mean,
Yes.
we've seen that when we grew fish in the mud ponds. Fish that went in smaller came out bigger than fish that went in bigger than them.
yes, they just
It's
have
all
better
case by
appetites,
case,
or maybe and they didn't even show signs of potentially getting bigger. It just
Yeah. Number 207.
this is really nice though.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Between 206 and 207,
Yeah, it's a
it's tough.
tough call.
Actually, maybe
I don't see like
I like
so
this
much
one.
underlying sumi on there.
Oh, but it's
like
so
there
clean.
is some, yeah, and it's just like
so cool. It's like a painting that just like
such a cool like just overall balance right now,
This is
even
a
without the
super
sumi
cool.
developed. But I
that
think it's
white.
gonna be
It's the white.
well, yeah, it's
Super bright white, maybe. I
it's
don't know.
a great canvas. You know?
I like 206 and 207
Oh yeah.
for different reasons, I guess.
I like this
also,
one as well. 207.
Motoguro is just tight.
Yep.
This really does look like. I guess the other one was more like oil painting, and this one is more like acrylic paints.
I don't know what the difference is.
Well, oil painting or like impressionist painting, like it almost feels like they blend the colors together.
Oh, okay.
Versus where acrylic, like
it's very sharp, clean lines
sharp,
between
clean
the edges.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not a painter, but that's my guess.
Up next, we've got
Number
210. This is a big fish too. 41 centimeters.
I think this is one of the biggest ones. 16 inches.
2 inches. Wow.
This
Look at like the shoulders on this fish too. This is a broad
ridiculous.
fish.
207 has bigger shoulders than 206, and it's already a bigger fish. It's probably going to be a bigger fish in general.
Maybe.
But this.
Yeah, this fish is a
massive.
monster. And you look at it like, it's a great like 3.5 step pattern.
So I have
But
a
it's
question.
also small, so it's
I have a
half
question
size.
about that.
It's
Like,
3.5.
what do they call that in Japan? Like, if
No,
there's
that'd
only
probably
like
be a 4-step.
they call it a 4-step. Like,
Yeah.
Like if it's only half of the fish that has the red step, do they still count that as a step, or like when does
it depends
count?
on the person. Say somebody says, "Oh, hey, can you catch for me that Showa?" But the tank's all Showa. They'd say like, "Catch that 4-step Showa with the sumi on its left side on its face." They would say something like that.
Oh, so these terms, these yondan, sandan, it's mostly so that they can communicate to each other which one they're referring to when they're sharing information.
Well, yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's like you're communicating. Like, say I had 2 Showas at Isa, and I'd be like, "Hey, can you grow that fish for another year in the mud pond? Can you grow my Showa in another year for the mud pond?" He'd be like, "What Showa? You have 2 of them here." I'd be like, "Oh, the 4-step."
But they would say 4-step, not 3-step, not 3.5.
No, they wouldn't say 3.5. Yeah.
Santengo.
No, that's just something I tried to introduce at Marudo's while I was working there to create a legacy of confusion, but it didn't work.
Santengo. 3.5. Did it
Something go
work?
down.
3. I did only say santen 3.5. I didn't
Yes.
say step. So yes.
So next time
santengo.
you're buying a fish in Japan, tell them you want that 3.5 step. So,
Marudo Sankes. This one was interesting to me because the photos were okay, and then you see the videos, and it's just like a completely different look. This is
you really gotta watch the videos.
You gotta
on
watch the
these.
videos on all of the Sanke because it's the same pattern, same color, but there's something else that happens when you look at the video.
It looks
a big fish too.
Yeah, it's
This one
39
is
centimeters. That's
15 inches. In general, I think Marudo had bigger fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you look at this fish too. It's a very heavy pattern, and this is the type of thing that's gonna look good on the fish when they're big.
Big.
And I love the sumi placement on this. How it's like not in the red; it's like on the white, kind of like in between.
Subasumi?
Maybe. I think so.
It doesn't have a lot of color on its face.
No.
But
I think
you like that though.
Yeah, it's kinda
That's your style,
Almost,
like
almost a buzz, but not quite. Qualifies as a buzz, which means the red doesn't come down that far on the head. Yeah.
It's amazing.
You can see by how yellow the fins and the face are that they're being fed lots and lots of color.
Yes. See, that's another thing is that yellowish tinge is not exact. That isn't a skin quality thing.
No.
Especially on the head, right?
When you see fish in koi shows, like their diet and like the conditions that they're kept in are, altered and manipulated to bring out the best of the fish. But when you're growing fish, all you care about is growth and maintaining color. They don't really care what the fish looks like. You just care
feel
about
like-
how much size it's putting on.
You know how when they prepare for like Mr. Universe, for example.
Oh yeah,
they're
where
like,
they dehydrate themselves. Yeah, so they get more definition.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same, but like the principle is the same, right?
Yep.
So coin number 302. This is such a big fish.
Yeah, 42. It's almost
It's
16 and a half
16
inches.
and a half inches. This is a
a 1-year-old.
large fish. At
Yeah.
1 year old. Wasn't at one time the 2-year-olds averaging at this size? 42?
There are farms that still breed 2-year-olds that average this size.
But it's nice though, it's cute. Not everybody has like
it's-
giant ponds.
Not everybody needs big fish.
Exactly.
There's a
But-
market for everything.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
This fish, it's got a lot of white, a lot of canvas. And so when you have a fish that has a lot of canvas, you want to look at how good that white is. This has really bright white. And if you look at the
On the body.
Yeah, on the body. The face, again, has that, like, a lot of color food is being fed to these fish. But even then, look at how bright that white is.
Yeah.
Even with the amount of color food they're being fed. That is going to be just, oof, right?
Yeah.
Like, clean.
Yo.
Koi number 303. Very memorable sumi placement.
Yeah. Now, I think, is this Subo Sumi?
This video is all just going to be about Tsubo Sumi. 40 cm. It looks like a small fish,
It's
but
funny,
it
yeah.
isn't. It's 15.75? 40 cm. Gosh, look at how deep that red is again.
Yeah. And it's impressive too, like that big sumi patches.
It's just like blob.
Kind of like evenly distributed across the body too.
Just like, and look at the shape of that sumi. That's a very unique,
Yeah, this is kind of interesting.
right? You don't get that type of shape. You don't get that type of shape
Yeah.
for sumi. It
Yeah,
almost
it's very
follows
unique.
its head. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Lots of pattern. It's a big
It's
fish
again
pattern.
one of these fish that has to grow into its pattern for
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah, it's like,
And that's what they're putting into these ponds because they want these fish to grow big. So you're not going to see like a lot of fish that are going to outgrow their pattern, or patterns that look like really well balanced at this stage, because this is something they need to grow into.
it's funny because that's exactly the theme for all of the fish. Is for the most part, these are not fish that look good as 1-year-olds because they're meant to
Yeah.
grow
look
into
good.
it.
Yep.
Koi number 304, 43 cm, 16.9, almost pretty much
Almost
17 inches.
Which is insane.
Oh, God, look at that tail tube.
Yeah, it's impressive what they're doing now these days. They're just always kind of pushing the bar. And the fish are getting bigger at younger ages, and just the color development. It's impressive.
So you have the fish that has so much pattern for the size for the canvas, and then you have this fish that has so much canvas already as the young. Like it's almost like too much canvas.
Yeah, there's a lot of white space in there for sure. A lot of space between the steps. It's just a different style, isn't it? If everybody has just 3-step Sankes, it gets kind of boring. It does have a balance to it, whether it's appealing to you or not. That's up to you.
I know between the two of us, we have,
we have
very,
very
different preferences in fish.
Yeah.
I have better.
Yes, you sure do. But
I chose.
I mean, I think it's a yeah. What does that say? Well, like I said, like it has amazing
great
qualities. It's got a great frame on it, very thick tail
Talking
tube,
about body.
amazing skin color, like
Beautiful
skin quality.
white, yeah.
Number 305. This fish is cool.
Again, it's the
And
same
again,
size as
it's huge. It's almost 17 inches as a Tosai. But I love like that same thing, just like sumi placement. Like there's some like in the red on just behind the head there and like in front of the tail. But like that huge chunk that kind of fits into that like keyway puzzle space on the one side there. That is so cool.
I think it's also underappreciated how difficult it is to find fish with this.
Yeah.
Like quality. Most of the time you have the sumi just, on the beni, like it does in the head right there. To have this many fish with that quality, because it's not just with the Sanke, it's with the Showa too, like that's something that I really like when the sumi just hugs the red pattern on the fish.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. It just feels right.
Yep.
Like a puzzle piece.
It's so cool.
306. This is again almost 17 inches. It's 43 cm. It's a large fish. It's got the Matsunosuke in there, which is like that.
Yeah, that kind of real shiny.
Like almost like Ginrin,
But
shiny
not
scales,
full
but
scale.
not fully Ginrin, and it's not like it's not a rows of Ginrin scales on it.
Sumi placement's great. There's a lot of it like on the back half of the fish, not too much on the front. One thing I've noticed with Marudo's fish is like sometimes depending on your water conditions can kind of really develop sumi. There is a little bit, it looks like on the heat pattern on the front where it looks kind of thin, and white.
I was gonna ask you about that because it looks like the scales in the skin between the scales is like a little thin between there. So can you tell us about that a little bit?
I've seen something like that before. It's kind of like a scratch, where it's like it's taken some of the color off. So it is a little bit concerning.
But this fish, though, it's a chance you take. Because this would be an amazing big fish.
Yeah, it's definitely a great fish. And I think there's a certain type of person out there that this is like their dream fish.
It's got more sumi than the other fish. Do you think there'll be more sumi that come up in the front part? Because all of the sumi's in the back. Can you imagine if there's more sumi that comes up in this front half? How it cuts into the pattern in the back?
Yeah.
It comes up in the front. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Amazing.
And we've seen that happen with fish from Marudo.
Number 307.
Here you go. Classic pattern. Maruten 3-step.
What is Maruten?
Maruten is the round spot on the head.
Very different from Tansho. This is not a Tansho Sanke.
All Tanshos have a Maruten, but not all Marutens are Tansho.
Maruten is what they call a Tansho that has more than one spot of red on its body. So, Tansho is just one red spot in the head. Maruten is when there's not more than one spot on the body.
Yes.
Classic.
A little bit thin, like light pattern. Like the pattern feels thin, like it's a little bit light, like the balance.
It's funny because when you're judging fish, when you're competing with fish, and they're big, we keep saying you don't look at pattern, and yet all we're talking about is pattern.
It's hard to talk about skin quality in the format of video or photos, because those are the kind of things that are really much better to see in person. But there is a certain baseline to a lot of these fish, because these are, have the potential to be grown out as the 2-year-olds. So the assumption's there that they already kind of have great skin quality and they have good body or good frame that they're going to grow into, because otherwise they wouldn't put the effort into trying to improve these fish if they didn't have the baseline to be that.
So what I'm hearing you say is that because these are all taregoi, the farm's taregoi, what that means is that you're already assuming that the breeders have selected these fish for having good skin quality and having good body.
Yep.
And so all you're looking at this point is this is a pattern that you like then, because you're already, half the work has been done for you.
Yes. And too, just checking to make sure, that other one that had the thin, the scratches kind of on the benny, just making sure that this is kind of stuff that we think is probably going to correct itself or not. Mm-hmm. And it's, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's just a risky take.
Koi number 308. Oh, this, I think, another Maruten Sanke.
Yeah.
This is an elegant fish.
Yeah, there's something about this fish, technically, to me, it feels very
white.
Sparsely patterned, a lot of white. But I would
so elegant.
Choose this fish over the 3-step. I think it's just, the quality of the skin, how
it's not the
nice
bigger ones. It's 15.75 inches, 40 cm. Mm-hmm. It's not the biggest fish, but there's something about it.
Yeah,
is it the way it swims?
It's, just the skin quality, the vibrancy of, the red and, how shiny and nice the black is. The white is a good, clean white. And then just, the overall balance of all of the color across the fish. Even though it is a very, light pattern, it's well balanced.
You know what I like is those two black spots towards the end
between
of
the second and third step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those two black spots, and then it just flows into a red spot into the tail. Mm-hmm. Just the right amount of white between the tail and the last step.
Yeah.
This is such a nice fish.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It doesn't look. It's not.
What's the size on that one?
15.75.
Nice.
It's not actually one of the fish that you'd think I would like even, but there's something about it, huh?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh, this is a cool fish. Number 309.
40 cm is same size, 15.75.
Yeah. So, same thing. Look at the great shoulders on this fish. Good body.
I like the other one better, though. But
Which
this has a
one?
bigger body.
Yeah.
The koi, the 308, I like a little
really?
better. Yeah.
I think this is the type of fish though that like the black that we see there is not what we're going to end up with the final product. I think there's
so,
going to be
too.
more development. And just the way the layout and like the flow of like this red pattern creates like such good like blank spaces for the sumi to develop that it's going to, I think, have like a stunning kind of balance to it when it's all said and done, when it kind of like, when and if the black comes out.
I think definitely this is a you fish and the other one is a me fish.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a very fun like project fish.
Yes. It would keep the whole collection interesting,
Yeah.
I think. 310. This is a 16.9, 43
Almost
cm.
17-inch fish. And look at the massive
This
body
is
on this.
definitely
Fuck
a
it.
Devin fish.
It's got like pristine white, nice
That
shiny black.
sumi on the
It's a lot
on
of
the
sumi,
head
like, on the
is
head.
really interesting though.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people are gonna say, well, that makes it a Showa now.
No,
But that's not the case.
I think it's so interesting.
But I don't know. It's such a.
It's cool.
It's a very unique pattern, but it's almost traditional.
Almost. Oh, you think that's traditional? There's nothing traditional about it.
I mean, because it feels like if you filled in like the white spaces, then it would be just like a step pattern fish, right? But because it has like those interesting, like the white kind of comes up into the red, makes those cuts in, it makes it very unique.
You know what this type of like patterns, these interesting patterns in the Sanke remind me of? It's kind of like one of those fish that aren't as nice, you know, like the fish that are like lower grade, for example, Sanke, but refined. You know how
Like they have better skin quality.
like the edges of the pattern are just a little bit finer. The color of the black is just a little bit more tighter.
Yeah.
The white is just a little brighter. It's like the regular grade 1-year-old fish, but just a little bit better. It's just like a little bit
Yeah.
a refinement. It's
Yeah, it's really cool.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
And I think this is the most classic.
Yeah.
311 is the classic Sanke that you hope.
You know what's funny is this.
I like this fish though. It's a small, it's 15, it's not even 15 and a half, it's 39 cm. This is a good fish. This is the classic fish. This is the classic Sanke.
It's funny because I'm usually not a fan of like the more traditional patterns and stuff like this, which this one very much has. But I think of the Sanke, this is my favorite.
Why? Because it's a gamble?
Yes.
You like the challenge?
I love the challenge because like this
Oh,
is the type
man,
of fish that
it's beautiful,
nobody
though.
will buy, and I will buy it and just pray for that sumi to come out.
I think it's gonna come out though.
Yeah, I think so too. I've experienced it before, so
I'm pretty confident it's gonna come out too.
Yeah.
But
Like,
that
you
is the
see little
most
bits.
classic pattern. I
Yeah.
think this is the most exciting.
great wrap.
This is the type of Sanke that wins shows.
Yeah, if it has sumi in the right spots. So this is a huge gamble, hoping that sumi comes out. But you know, I would, that's a bet I would make every day.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. More than the Showa 202?
That's a different thing, though.
I understand, but
I would get both.
you would
If
get
it were
both.
me, I would buy. Those would be the ones I would buy.
I think I wouldn't stop you because I want to see that happen as well. Like
Yeah.
those are one of the I do want to see that happen.
Yeah.
So which is your like this is the one you like? Oh, that's
So my favorite Sanke is 311. What's yours?
I think 305.
Yeah, I have to agree. 305 is my number 2.
Yeah.
How about Showa? I'm 204.
Maybe 207. I like 207
Yeah.
and 206. Like
yeah,
207
they're
first
both-
and then 206 second.
I like all 3 of those.
Yeah. 204
For
I
sure.
do like it too. I really like 204 as well.
Yeah.
And then for
Let me
the
guess for the. Can I guess for you for the Nogami? It's either 101 or 104, but I'll say 101. I'm wrong?
104.
It's 104.
Yeah, I like 104.
You like 104? I like 103.
Yeah. The others that we didn't pick are
Yeah, there's definitely good ones. And Yeah. I
If I
don't
could
know.
get all
I
of
can't
them,
tell the future.
I would. Mm-hmm. So please check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah. These are available until the end of September. So please go to the link in the description to purchase it.
Also, after the harvest, once it comes out of the mud, there's the option to ship it right away. But if you so choose, you could ask them to grow it out another year in the mud pots.
Yeah, if it's eligible, if it's of the quality where we can keep growing it.
It is very
it's definitely
possible.
an option.
Thanks for watching. We hope you visit our website. I'm Mikki. This is Devin. We're from Demi Koi.